Hello, y'all. Happy to be back with you. This is Uncle Pouquie, and
And
joining me,
oh,
yeah, it is.
yeah, I am the Thick Knight.
Yep. Sorry, I trampled on you, thick. Um, and we are your drunk uncles. We're back after a 2 week hiatus. And so I guess the first, well, let's get into what we've been up to because I know there was a first Friday. Did you make it out first Friday?
I did.
You did. How was it?
Mhm. It was good.
Okay.
It was. It
Anything
was.
outrageous to share?
No, not this time.
Okay.
There was. Oh, it was. It was pups. It was lights and tails, which was like a neon pup theme of the evening.
Oh,
So and I went. Of course, I always took my pup, but anyway, so that was fun. To see
okay.
like all the pups and everything. And then they had glow, like anything that glowed going on too, like like little neon lights and things that flicker and cause seizures, possibly. Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah. My time in Vegas was good. The convention went well. My
Mhm.
workshop was well received.
Okay.
Um, and it was hot as hell. It was it was like 117 when I landed.
Okay.
And I remember I was walking through the airport, um, and I was like one of the automatic doors open to the outside, and that heat came in,
Mm.
and it slapped me right upside my head. I was like,
I
"That's just
bet
some
it
rude
did.
shit."
Yep.
And
It was.
I'm in air conditioned splendor, and bam! I was like, "Oh my god!" So I sent a text to my sister like, "I've landed, and this heat is rude," and she just busted up laughing. Um, but it was a good trip. It was a good time. Got to do a couple of things that I probably wouldn't get around to doing. And didn't get much rest the first 3 days, but it was good. Saw some folks I hadn't seen in years, so it was a good time.
Okay.
Um, and so that was a good thing. And I'm happy we did not try to do a show because
Mm.
that would have been a disaster. Um,
Yeah.
I don't remember what the hell I was doing Friday night. Um, I have no idea. I really do not remember what I was doing. But yeah, but it was a good time. And then last week we got our wires crossed. I thought I was saying to Thick earlier before we came on air. I thought you'd said we weren't doing a show last week. So I was like, oh, okay. So I took to my chair and chilled the hell out. Just like I was planning to record, but you know what? I'm okay with not recording. This could work.
Yeah.
So yeah, but apparently that was me reading a message that was a week old.
Hmm.
So will be my guess because you couldn't tell me I didn't see that message. It was probably the one before that. But yeah, because I didn't see it this morning when I was just like, oh, he has the script already, so we're good. But yeah, so I don't know. But tonight I'm real basic with it. I got the Coke Zero and the Jack, and I just
Oh,
put it all in the can.
okay.
I didn't even bother getting the glass. I don't feel like washing it.
There is nothing wrong with any of that.
I poured it directly into the can,
Hmm.
and it's lovely.
I bet. Hey,
Yep.
nothing wrong with a little bit of Coke and Jack and.
Sometimes you just got to be a basic somebody. And
Mm.
and I was like, because I was like, that's a little tacky to just be, to pour it into the can on air like that. But I was like, I don't feel like washing a damn thing. So I'm not washing shit.
we are we are not judging you, Dr. Pookie. We are not judging you.
No, yeah. So are you on wine tonight? Are you dry?
Tonight I am actually just drinking some flavored water. I did not have time to go out, and well, I don't lie. I had time to go out and get something, but I was just too lazy. So I said, well, it'll just be water tonight.
Hey, sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to get my volume together here. Okay. Yeah, I forgot I turned down the speaker. I was just like, I can hear you, but I'm working awfully hard.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I mean, anything crazy go down this week or in the last couple of weeks where you just like, no, this bitch didn't?
Um. Well, yeah, but if they were their family and personal issues that I choose not to air. But yes, and I'm dealing with quite a bit of BS that I wish wasn't happening. But
Mm,
I will pretty soon nip it in the bud because
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I had some family drama as well this week, and I was just like, it was going so well, and then it wasn't.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah,
just think that one thing I cannot tolerate. I mean, I'm gonna say I can tolerate it, but then when
mhm.
it gets to a point where it just becomes too much, is when someone takes your kindness uh as, I don't want to say weakness because I don't think that's what they're intentionally doing, but I think they're
Well,
taking my kindness for granted.
yeah, they're taking it as a welcome mat.
And
Could that be?
they're going to be in for a very rude um awakening.
Yeah, I would say for the second time in my life, I actually, well, I can't say I blew my top because I certainly could have blown my top. I didn't
Hmm.
do that, but I was just an intergenerational war. And
Hmm.
I was like, I did some bullshit, ultimately is kind of where I landed with it. I was like, this makes no fucking sense.
Right.
And I just had to remove myself from the situation because it was toxic as fuck. It was just toxic.
Yeah, believe me, I can relate because another situation is my sister
Uh-huh.
decided to, well, hit me out the blue and ask me a question, and
Oh,
I told her that it's nothing personal. Okay, well, it is personal because what you're doing is affecting my health. Well, what was going on and
okay.
still going on is affecting my health.
Mm,
So I just simply said, I decided to step away from that situation because it was not healthy for me.
okay, which is fair.
Yeah, and trust me, when I went to the doctor, last time I went to the doctor, it showed that it was not
Oh,
healthy for me. So
yikes.
when the doctor
Yeah.
says you need to make adjustments, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I'm making adjustments.
Okay. Yeah. It was actually weird. I ended up going to see my therapist on Monday right before the incident.
Hmm.
And as soon as I walked out of there, when I walked out of the appointment, I was like, I probably should have said, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hmm.
Because I have a feeling I might need to talk to him tomorrow after this I'm about to walk into. And
Hmm.
sure enough, I did. Um,
Hmm.
but I basically, just sent him a text like, this is what went down. I'm going home. I'm taking a shower. I'm gonna get me a cocktail and
Hmm.
I'm gonna lay it down. And he's like, that's about the best I can do. So, I was just like, I feel like I should have probably kept the Tuesday appointment instead of Monday because we got our wires crossed. He thought he had he had changed it, not realizing it was Sunday
Mm.
because we normally meet on Tuesday. And so
Okay.
and I got there and he's like, what are you doing here? I was like, here for my appointment.
Mhm.
You changed it to today. And he said, oh my God, did I do that? I was like, do what? He's like, it was supposed to be tomorrow. I was like, well, you said all that on Sunday, and tomorrow is today.
Mhm.
So he's like, he's like, we can do it tomorrow, or if you still want to meet, we can meet now. I don't have
Mhm.
anybody else. We can go over, because I was out waiting on him to open the door. And so yeah, but I got through it. I was a little aggravated for a couple of days. but I'm cool now. So
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're cool now, and
yeah.
um, I don't. Let's really talk about what is going on with people for a second, because
But with people about what?
let's talk about some things with people for a second.
Okay,
Um,
I'll follow your lead.
because I don't think people, when they're in your space, I don't think people know how to really respect boundaries and rules and regulations. And then you have to become that person that you don't want to become.
Mm,
And you
yeah,
can only be nice for so long.
there's something to that. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now you gotta be that person.
Hmm.
And you gotta regulate them and remind
Yes.
them that yes, I am kind, I am nice,
Mm,
but I can be a real I can. So I know people have different sides to them. Like I have a
yes.
different side to me. So you and follow me now. This may sound crazy, but follow me here.
Okay.
So me and my multiple mindsets or multiple personas in my head, we have staff meetings. Okay.
I understand. I call it a committee. I understand.
Yeah, yeah.
We convene around the table. Yeah.
We have staff meetings,
Yeah.
and
We have meetings. There must be
um
meetings. Somebody might get hurt.
right, that
Yeah.
part, that part.
Hmm.
So the I call it, because when I talk to somebody that is M3 alumni now, because he doesn't show up very much, he just pops up every now and then. But I when I talked to Jeff, and me and him had a conversation about, when we had to bring out our inner monster, as I
Hmm.
called it, and he called it. He's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, I know that, yeah, yeah." And he said that's perfectly fine, because sometimes we had to bring out our inner monster. So me and my inner monster, we shook hands and made an agreement that, hey, you only pop up when it's needed,
Hmm.
and it's needed. So
Okay. Yeah. Totally
so
understand. I was actually told that they were trying to summon
mm,
that part of me, and I was like, "You don't want to meet him."
mm-mm.
I was
And I
like,
don't
"You
think
don't."
I don't think people realize that there is a part of you that they don't want to see. And it's like, yeah, I do. Like no, you really don't. Like,
They
what
think they
is
can
going
handle it.
on?
Like I had an ex that was like, "No, I want to see all your." I was like, "No, you don't want to meet him."
I had somebody that could have been a potential relationship. Tell me, this is what they told me. They said I want to see what your mean side looks like, your dark side looks like, so I can know if I can handle it. And I'm sitting there looking like
Mhm.
this person, like really, really. So you want to see,
You really want to test the face, huh?
you really wanna get close to that entity for real. Like you want that mindset of me to come out.
Mhm.
Because it takes a lot to control and keep that in place, especially as an Aquarius, because nobody ever really takes Aquarius rage seriously until it happens, and then it's like, oh, what the fuck did I unleash? What am I feeling?
Mhm.
Um, help me, call an exorcist.
Yeah.
They done drug me to hell. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
and then we try to warn them. We give
Yeah.
them proper warning to not do that. But for some
Mhm.
reason, they like to just test the waters and be like, "No, I want to see what this side of you looks like." I'm like, "Oh, okay, well,
You really don't.
yeah, I mean, you don't, but since
No.
you keep pushing the button,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna give you what you want."
Yeah, they act like it's the color purple on stage. Don't push the button.
Mm-mm.
I mean, and it was interesting because when that ex did meet him, he was quite afraid.
Oh, I'm sure.
I was like, I told you didn't want to meet him.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why and I mean, it was almost like a game where he would actually go out of his way to try to summon him. And I'm just like,
Oh.
look,
Mm.
I was like, before I allow you to summon him to the party, I'm either gonna put you out of my house or
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get in my car and go home from your house. We're not
Mm-hmm.
doing this.
Right. Right.
But yeah, I mean, it's because the reality is, I it doesn't help that I'm a psychologist because I kind of know buttons to push and I know stuff about people that I'd rather not know
Mm-hmm.
simply by observing them in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, if you really want to drag me there, I can just really, try to rip your heart out your chest. And I don't
Mm.
want to do that.
That part.
Um, and it's like, if you take me to that level of just, then
Mm-hmm.
I'm playing for keeps. And I tell people, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'll even say to somebody like, leave me alone, let it
Mm-hmm.
go.
Mm.
Um, you know, we
Pouquie.
back, Sammy.
Yeah,
We
we
back.
back. We back. Hey, Sammy, how you doing?
We good. We were in the streets a little bit, but we back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was just like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I had like a former friend that was like, because you might do the little playful shade
Mm-hmm.
and a little dragging.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently my shade's not that playful. Um, my dragging will take skin off your knees, is
Mm.
my understanding. And I was like, what? I was just playing. They were like, no,
No,
you
no,
don't.
no, 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 no. See,
Yeah, you
see,
don't play well.
you were not just playing. But the thing is too that I have come to um no one thing I will say about people is that sometimes them playing with you is pay attention to their pattern. Pay attention to how they play with you
Mhm.
and pay attention to what they say. Because some of it seems playful, but it's really spite that they're doing.
Mhm. Yeah,
And and they can be jealous of you. They can be mad that you're not a certain a certain part of their life that they want you to be part of. That the part of
mhm.
their life that they want you to be.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So just be careful with people.
Mhm.
That's my thing. Be careful with the way what people say to you and how they react and respond to the things you do, because the crazier this world gets, it's like people are showing you and people will show you, but they can tell you how they feel
Oh yeah.
about you.
Mhm.
And if they have this old nonchalant, I don't give a rat's ass about what happens to you and your well-being, well then you need to get rid of them, you
Mhm.
know.
I concur. Yeah, I mean, sometimes folks just, they out of pocket,
Mhm.
and it's, yeah, it's not a good look. And I don't know. I mean, I feel like folks that were toxic have kind of fallen away from my life anyway.
Mhm.
They've either fallen away or they've been pushed out. Um, and I'm okay with that because it's like now I fully see them and
Mhm.
understand that they couldn't go where I was trying to go. They just, they couldn't. And
Mhm.
so I think that's been one of the things that happens nicely with wisdom.
Mhm.
Um, that you might feel a sense of loss, but then you realize like, oh, actually that was a good thing after all,
Yeah.
you know, just that idea of, because you might, it's like, at least for me, I've always thought of my life as very full.
Mhm.
And it's like I didn't have room or time or space for anything else. And that
Mhm.
included people. So it's like I realized at a certain point, it's like I'm not available for a relationship because I'm too busy with all the other shit.
Mm.
And those folks that really don't need to be around are gobbling up what little bandwidth and energy I have left that I might be able to at least put into looking for a man, and
Yeah.
and so I definitely realized when those folks, kind of were no longer there, I certainly had a lot more room. I felt a lot more patience, a lot more serenity to actually just consider, like, if I open the doors to somebody, what am I welcoming them into,
Mm-hmm.
other than chaos and fatigue and trying to make room for them.
Yeah.
And it's like you shouldn't have to make room. It's like it's a given. I also didn't want to be the person that as soon as I have somebody, I just drop everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like those girls can be real dangerous. Because it's just like to me there seems to be a lot of taking for granted with that.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like, and I'll tell people, in some cases, be like, oh, I was here before he was, and there's a good chance I'll be here after him.
Mm-hmm.
But don't get careless. It's like, I will back away to give you space for your relationship, but don't get careless.
Right.
You know, um, it's like there's still a bar you need to clear.
Yeah.
Return a phone call.
Yeah.
At the very least, if someone asks you out to do something and you're not available to do it, or you can't climb out from under your man long enough, then just say that.
Right.
You know, but yeah, but folks that like to go radio silent, for weeks at a time, and no,
Mm-mm.
that's not gonna work.
Yeah, I've experienced that too when people say, "Well, I'm in," because I had a friend. Well, yeah, an old friend of mine.
Mhm.
You know, uh, he asked me one day, did you have a grievance?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Remember when you were with so and so and you came to Atlanta when you first came to well, when you came to Atlanta." They're
Mhm.
back home in their home state now because they. But when you came to Atlanta, you would hit me up, ask me what this was, that was, saying we should hang out and stuff like that. Okay. Um, but as soon as you got with your man at the time,
Mhm.
I became uh you became non-communication. You
Yeah.
would not, even invite me anywhere or anything like that.
Mhm.
Or anything. But your man was always inviting me out when he came up to visit, and I'm like, no, I'm busy. I was busy, but at the same time too, I just felt like the situation was messy. I
Mhm.
didn't want to be a part of the mess, and I'm like,
Yeah.
nope, leave me out of that. I don't know what's going on because I don't want to go somewhere and because if this person is not communicating with me even without you being there in their
Mhm.
life, I'm not sure what the energy or the vibe would be when I go
Yeah.
out there in person. So I'm like, let me not do that. You know.
What are your thoughts on the idea of, your friend's, boyfriend or partner?
Mhm.
Is there, like, some people are like, I don't want to know you
Mhm.
outside of, if my friend doesn't put us together per se, then we don't need to be hanging. Um, Whereas some people are just like, well, no, this is also, this is my friend's man. He's cool peeps, we get along.
Mhm.
Um, and some are like, I can even hang out with that person in the absence of my friend. Of course, it's not on some snake shit, but just like, oh no, you're really cool people. Like you
Mhm.
just click. And it's purely platonic. It's nothing beyond that. I know people that are just like, well, yeah, you can hang, but you got to be really careful. Other folks like, nope, I'm not hanging with you at all if my friend ain't involved. And even if they are, sometimes they're like, stop inviting me out with you and your man.
Mm.
And I don't know if it's their personal policy as much as they understand their friend is messy or insecure in some ways that they don't even want to be bothered with. It could be all the above.
Yeah, it could be, and you know what? I always say it depends on what your relationship and your energy and your vibe is like with people. Like if
Mhm.
you know that your friend has a man that doesn't really want them to go out and hang out with other people, without them. Okay, I'm going to respect that. Okay, but also I'm a look at it as a red flag too because it feels controlling
Mhm.
in a way.
Yeah.
So it just depends. Now, if this is a person that's cool with, hey Randy, what's going on?
What's up,
Um,
Randy?
so if it's a person, why does Sammy keep asking where they at?
That might be a new slang thing Sammy just picked up. Sammy, can you explain that? Because you were asking where we at.
Yeah,
And I'm here.
yeah, we
I'm a little
here.
hot and bothered because it's a little muggy tonight, but I'm here.
But we here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, it just depends. Now, if you have somebody that is cool and y'all want to hang out without their partner, okay, cool. I mean, and you should and can
Mhm.
respect the boundaries of the relationship. Then
Yeah.
yeah, cool, 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 cool. I mean, but that's
Mhm.
also a individual personal choice.
Yeah.
And I know because there are some people out there who like I just can't. I mean, I've always wanted to get with you before you got with so and so, and then that's a whole rabbit hole conversation to go down too. But
Yes.
we're not gonna get into that tonight. But that's a whole
Yeah.
nother topic we could
Yeah. And
now.
don't tell me about that shit after you've been connected with my friend. I don't want to hear that shit now.
You're right, 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 right.
That's
Um,
tacky.
yeah, but there are some people who will do that and didn't, you know. But to stay on topic, um,
Mhm.
it just depends. It depends on do you yourself trust yourself and them, and that person and their partner. Do you feel like it's a friendly environment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I definitely would not feel comfortable. Like a conversation would need to be had
Oh yeah, most
for
definitely.
me to feel like it's a comfortable space again. Because I,
Mm-hmm.
I refuse to be the only one uncomfortable up in this bitch when I didn't do nothing wrong. You know,
Right.
it's just like y'all are the ones with the problem, but I'm uncomfortable. Nope,
Right.
not doing it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think definitely at this point in my life, I'm absolutely not doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because even with family dynamics right now, it's like I'm Switzerland, and I'm like Switzerland is pushing back nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not representing anybody else. If you have interest to represent yourself. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
doing it.
Right.
And you know, shit got crazy this week. Just not even me representing someone else's interests, but just asking a question to demonstrate what was so screwed up. You know,
Uh-huh.
set off some shit. And
Uh-huh.
so, and then it was just like, I had to be like, that's not what I said to you. You're taking it that way. That's not what I said. What I said was, and I said it like 3, 4 times, and you still choose to keep hearing it the way you want to hear it. It's not what I
Mm-hmm.
said. But yeah, so I mean, it's just, I don't know. It's rough. But Randy said he had a friend who would be all up his ass to do all kinds of fun friend stuff.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he got a girlfriend, it was no está aquí. It
Oh
sucked.
yeah. Yeah. And
Yeah,
and
that's that.
and unfortunately that does happen. Like we just said earlier. Like
Yep.
and I never understand the whole I got a man, so I'm gonna stop communicating with my friends and certain people. But one person told me,
Hmm.
and they confessed this to me. They were like, well, I got a man, but I'm attracted. I'm attracted to you, and I got a man. So that's the reason why I stopped communicating with you and hanging out with you because I'm attracted to you, and I had a man, and I didn't want to. I said, oh, so you have no self control, is what you were saying.
Well, not only that, but like you'd rather. So wait, were you just waiting me out? Like
That
what?
that, that
uh,
I was just like, so yeah, I
Why
was
is this the first time I'm hearing about this attraction that you have?
right, right.
It's like as bold as you are to say this now.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't I was like, I recognize. I mean, the reason obviously they said it at that point because the shit was gonna look real funky
Mm-hmm.
if they just suddenly disappear.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I always feel like folks need to be. I don't know. I mean, it could be hard. Certain conversations can be very, very difficult. I will give you that.
Yeah.
They're not always easy to have. And I'm not always as as upfront and as transparent as I'd like to be. But I definitely just feel like, you know, you gotta show up somehow, some way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but yeah. Now, Randy, Randy offered the conclusion to that situation.
But
Uh, he
when
said when he fell back from his friend, he wanted to get upset. I wasn't around. He was totally oblivious. That ass had him blind.
weird.
Weird. And but I bet if we were to talk to that friend, he would have a whole drama and saga to share.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
you just like, no, all I did was fell back because
You fell
you're not
back.
being a good friend.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's another thing too. Like there's another thing that we'll talk about right quick, and then we'll get to
Mhm.
our show.
Yeah.
People when I say it like this, don't put me in a role on your stage and I play that role well to the point you get upset, because if
Mhm.
you put me in the back burner, or you put me in the friend zone, or wherever you put me in your
Mhm.
life, that's the role I'm going to play.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, but you do have people that when they fall back, you fall back, and then they get upset that you're not around. Well, okay, but there's only so much reaching out that I'm going to do. There's only so much asking you, do you want to go hang out, that I'm going to do when without you being receptive to either hanging out or doing something, or it's I'm busy. I got plans. I already have plans. Okay, okay, cool. So just let me know when you're free. They never
Mhm.
do that. So I go on my merry ass way and still go out and do what I want to do, because I'm not sitting
Mhm.
around waiting on you to do anything,
Yeah.
you know. And then you do have those people out there that get mad at you because you went out and did your own thing. And I say, well, I did invite you, but you told me you were busy. Even one time, one guy was like, well, no, I got a friend coming over. Oh, you getting your back blown out? Okay, I understand.
Okay.
I mean, that's what, you know. Hey, if
We're
you
happy to see that space. Get
right,
that ball blown out. We
right.
we happy for you.
But don't get mad when I go and do my thing because you decided to get your back blown out. Hey, I mean, I'm not hating on it, but don't get mad at me because you know.
Well, I always feel like the space that you leave,
Mhm.
somebody else could potentially fill it.
Mhm. That's true.
They simply can. I mean, even
Mhm.
it's not even malicious. And I mean, case in point here, Nate
Mhm.
James.
Mhm. Hey,
Said he
Nick
has.
James, what's going on with you tonight?
Was that Mr. Nate? Yeah, he said he has a friend that he stepped away from because he chose a partner that was toxic in all
Mhm.
caps.
Mm.
He did not move on, but I did. And it's
Okay.
like, yeah, I was like, not only did you choose a toxic man, you chose toxicity.
Mm.
And, because you threw me to the curb for somebody that deep down you knew wasn't worth the trouble,
Mm.
but you expected me to just hang around with bated breath until you figured that shit out. No.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody gonna do
Yeah. Folks are
that.
crazy.
Yeah.
They're a little special. We need to talk to everybody about getting wrenches. Because I see Randy is a mod. Um,
Mhm.
we need to get wrenches for one another's accounts
Yeah.
so we can
Yeah.
help moderate. Although I don't know if any of our chats are ever that off the chain
Right.
to where we
And
can't handle it from StreamYard. But
yeah.
if once it gets to that level and you got folks that are just inappropriate in the chat, you know. But yeah, but I don't know. Shall we move forth?
Yeah. Let's move forward.
All right. So we had I guess we do a palate cleanser. That was a little heavy. So
Okay.
did you
So
want to do the first one?
yeah, I got a little bit of a this is cute and funny, and
Okay.
this is in my realm, but it
All
can
right.
also be a kink too. So
Judging for the title, I'm like, yeah, could be,
yeah,
could be.
yeah. So we just go, and Swag sent me this, and Swag was like, "I
Oh,
approve
did
this."
he?
Yeah. So yeah, we go do this right. Just take a look at this look palette cleanser here.
Okay. Oh Lord, that's not what I expected. Oh, this one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. I thought it was going to pre. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see, every time some. Why? Okay. Now, I am. I am a licensed domestic violence prevention person,
Okay.
and whenever somebody starts talking about abuse and they say knock the sonic rings out your ass.
Or the new one, I hit you so hard you go out to factory reset
Yes.
settings. Yeah.
It's like I don't want to laugh, but the visual. I'm playing. I used to play Sonic, and the shit was funny. I'm like, damn it, they done fucked me up again and knocked out my ring. I'm like,
or knock the Mario coin out of you, or as Greg says, knock you between the washer and dryer. I think it's so funny. Knock you between the washer and the dryer.
Be like, nobody should be able to fit between those two things. You know, I was like, Lord. I mean, and it's just like, now granted, I would keep myself together in a professional setting, but I can't stifle it if I'm home on my couch and I hear that shit. It ain't right. It ain't right at all, but the shit is fucking funny. And it's just like, oh, yeah. I don't know. I always feel a certain amount of shame about that. But yeah, I did not think you were gonna do the sonic rings first. I thought you were gonna do it first.
Oh no. But yeah, I mean, because there is one that I have that it is so hilarious. I said never in my life, but we'll get to that one. We'll get to that one, especially. But I said never in my life would I have thought of that. Like I have never heard anything of the sort. Nothing about that made sense, other than this. It would definitely go on the list of things that straight men can't do. It would definitely be on the list. I would say that.
Let's see. Sammy is choosing violence this evening. Let's catch
up. He always chooses violence.
He is. You know, we've been on a little break, and he's just making sure we know he still is Sammy.
Have you Sammy said, have you ever took a guy's virginity just to have it come back 2 decades later saying you were his best?
I've been told I was the best piece of ass.
I mean, I think a lot of us have been told that.
It's possible.
I just said, and then I told one person, no, I'm just the best piece of ass you had at the moment. I am not the best piece of ass you've had ever, because trust me, sir, I know how you get around.
That's what I'm saying. There has to be something else out there that is of equal quality, if not different.
Right.
I'm not gonna say my stuff is raggedy.
Right. You're not gonna sit up here and gas my head up and you done.
But like, if you want some more, just say so.
Right. You ain't gotta sit here and gas me up. Nah, don't do that.
I'm like, I'm gonna throw it at you if you want it,
Yeah.
Unless you weren't a very good piece, and I'm like, you can keep that.
Like them people that be like, yeah, that's my ass, and I'm like, no, it's a rental. You're renting this for the hour.
Like, it's not a community center,
right?
But it can be rented for special occasions,
right?
Yeah. Okay, Mr. Calvin said he is just hanging out tonight. He'll just be listening. They're making us lock up these phones at work.
What's going on at the job that you gotta lock up your phone?
I wonder if somebody was in the bathroom shooting videos under the stall or something.
Oh boy.
I know you can't tell us at this point, Calvin, but you can send us something later. Oh gosh. Okay. A roughneck. Yes. Get it, Randy. If it ain't rough, it ain't right.
Right. I mean, like I said, if it ain't rough, it ain't fun. But it depends now. What level of roughness are we talking about?
That's true. Don't draw any blood.
Right. Don't leave. I
Yeah.
mean, if you leave a mark or a bruise, let it be for a good reason, not a bad reason. You know.
Um, okay, Randy is off the chain.
Hmm.
We'll get to his latest comment. Um, who did I piss off tonight?
No,
Or did
nobody.
John cut the cords? No, I am pissed. Well, I guess somebody, you could say I pissed somebody off, but
Oh.
hell, they pissed me off first.
Mm.
I was just returning the favor.
Yeah. Return the
Um,
energy. Yeah.
yeah, and see, I still got to chat with Mr. John because he does like to try to cut my cords. I have never done anything to that brother, but he cuts my wig every chance he gets. I was told there was a reason for that. I was like, really? Okay. But I was like, really? So, oh, okay, that's why you dragging me every time you get a chance. Okay, I see. So, eventually I'll make it onto a swag episode and we'll have a conversation about it. Which will probably be who else was it'll probably be like he and Bandits arguing. That's what it's going to end up being. That's what that's going to be, unless one of us decides to be the bigger person, which I doubt. Because it's just, I already can tell he's not going to be that person. And I might not feel like being that person either. So, I don't know, but okay. Randy said, these dreads
don't pull up themselves.
Okay. They
don't.
That's right. You got, there's more than one way to drive a chariot. I mean, or as Sammy says, a horse-drawn carriage.
Okay, riding him like a horse-drawn carriage. Oh, okay.
Okay, you could do chariot racing. Or you can ride,
So now we know a fun fact about Randy. He likes his dress pulled. Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. He might be like, that's why I grew them bitches in. Some brothers grow love handles, some grow dreads. Something to grip.
Hey.
He ain't mad at it.
Right.
Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna try to find a video that's halfway on point.
Okay.
I really hate that. Okay, this one is kind of. Oh, this looked like a mess. Okay. Oh, girl.
Yeah, I like Zorro's videos. His Twitter is nice too. He's
Is that who that is?
Yes, that's Zorro. I've seen. He's got these silly videos. His Twitter is actually very it's good. It's a nice piece of art.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know if I think that was from Facebook.
Yeah, that was for Facebook. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just from looking at the file name. Yeah, it's just like, now granted, what's going on is going to bring air into the system, but I still feel like it's kind of,
Yeah, I mean, because like somebody explained to a friend of mine that it's like a plunger. If you go plunging the hole, a hole that's actually meant to be more of an exit than an entrance, but we like to explore. I mean, there are those of us who love to like go inside that.
Spelunking. Yes.
Yeah, and go inside that cave. Yes. Expect things and sounds to come out of it. So
exactly. I mean, they say it's I know in a lot of the video parlance they say it's talking. And I'm always like, well, yeah, but does its breath stink? That's the question.
Or now, don't let it talk too much now, because
I'm like, if the breath is a little stanky, I feel like that might kill the mood. Unless you're dealing with a brown Yankee gentleman, then then he's like,
yeah, and also I think we also need to one day talk about what happens if an accident does happen, or how you should really react in case because it could happen. I mean, let's let's not shame the person if it happens. Now, if this person did it, and I do have a story where someone thought that they drunk something they should not have drank, and
Oh,
the top
okay.
came over, and things happened. I was like, so what made you think that drinking that and then proceeding in bottom activities was a good idea?
Bottoming and detoxing in the same weekend, not a good idea.
No,
Just,
no, no.
you know, just like if you go old school with a fleet, you got to empty
Mm-hmm.
that bitch out and refill it. You don't use
Mm-hmm.
what's in there.
No.
No, unless you
Mm-mm.
really are trying to evacuate the area.
Right.
Mm-mm. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
again, the lessons that are learned in a lifetime.
Yes.
Yes, lessons that are learned. Okay. Oh, well, that's
Hold
interesting.
on.
We had a
So,
whole brown down commercial. All right.
mm-hmm.
What have been your thoughts on these gummies that are out there now, the peach gummies?
Oh,
Have you seen any of those ads?
no, I have not. Are we talking about like marijuana gummies or just
No, we talking
okay?
about fiber gummies.
Oh, fiber gummies. Oh no, I have.
Yeah,
I think I've heard of them, but I have not seen a commercial.
they are all over my timeline.
Mm.
It's crazy. I was like, is this a new thing or have these things been around? But they're like literally peach flavored and they are for your peach. I said, well, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's clever marketing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, these must be new because it's almost like, remember that company? I don't know if it's friend of Dorothy, but like they
Yeah, it's
have like
friend of Dorothy.
top gummies and the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yep. Yep.
yeah, yeah. It's kind of in that vein, but it's definitely I think it's a different company altogether
Uh-huh.
because the branding looks totally it's very colorful as opposed to just black and one other color. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, but so yeah, we've killed nearly an hour, so I guess we
Yeah.
can get into our primary topic for the evening. We may have a couple of other diversions,
Mm-hmm.
but continuing our series, which we didn't know was going to become a series
Right.
on domination and submission, but it has certainly become that.
Mm-hmm.
We are now in segment 4 of 6 that were planned for one show, believe it or not. And this segment was titled Trust is Sexier Than Power. Now, interestingly, this was supposed to be a 15-minute conversation. That was comical. But basically, the prompt, coming out of one of the books from our library called Polysecure, which is really about being secure in polyamorous relationships. And the question from the book was, what does it mean to become secure in yourself while still needing care from others?
Mm.
Is the question that kind of came out of that. And so we kind of tied that into this idea of domination and submission with 3 primary questions. The first of which was, can domination and submission exist without emotional security? Can that kind of relationship or arrangement, can that happen when someone, has maybe an insecure attachment or they're just emotionally insecure? Like, how much reassurance, do they
Mm-hmm.
need?
Hmm. Okay. That's actually kind of a good topic and a good question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do know that like I've always said that no matter what your relationship is, whether it's monogamous or ethical
Mm-hmm.
non-monogamous,
Yeah.
or you and your partner just being big old sluts.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that, by the way. Um,
Sluts, not at all.
but you have to have trust, and you will get insecure. Even monogamous people get insecure and
Mm-hmm.
feel and less confident and even get jealous in
Yeah.
their relationship. As we all know that when a man is looking at somebody on Instagram and the girl catches him and she wants to hit him or smack him and be like, "Oh, you like that, don't you?" And I'm just like, I be like, "Ma'am, he has eyes.
He ain't dead.
He ain't dead. I mean, he was looking at
Fine.
other women before he met you, and
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you were looking at other guys before he met you as well. And people be like, well, it's about respect. And I'm like, I get that but at the same time, you gotta realize we are human. We are alive. We are not blind. We are not dead. We are going to look at other people. I remember when I was with my ex of 8 years, and
Mhm.
me and him will look at somebody at this and be like, damn, if we were the kind of couple, we would take that home. Yeah, we would.
Mm,
You know,
yeah, yeah, we could get into that.
right.
Yeah, like which end did you want? I'm playing this part. You know, yeah. I mean that's the thing that's interesting because I definitely I don't know if I've ever felt jealous about that because even if they're looking at someone who maybe has a physical attribute
Mhm.
that I don't have,
Mhm.
or maybe my body is not as built as this other person,
Right.
I'm still looking at it as you gonna get that charge wherever you need it.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and discharge you. Not a problem. I'm like, now if you feel like you need to go discharge there as well, then we need to discuss that.
Right. Right. Right.
If you
You know.
tipping, I'm tipping.
Mhm.
Now, if that's what you want and that's what you need to be happy, then I'm gonna let you go.
Mhm.
But if that's not the kind of relationship that I want, then I'm gonna have to,
Yeah,
you
we're
know,
gonna have to reevaluate,
yeah.
talk about some things because yeah, this isn't what I signed up for.
And I don't want to breed resentment in my partner.
Right. Cause
Yeah,
like
I'm like if
cause I remember when I was with one of one of my most terrible exes, and
mhm,
I even asked the question before we got together. I said, "Am
okay.
am I going to be enough for you?"
Hmm.
I asked that question because at the time I was a person who was like, okay, well, I was curious about what an open relationship would actually be. That's the reason why I asked the question.
Hmm.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, yeah, you'll be enough, you'll be everything." And of course, they had that small print clause if you do what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
But I didn't. They didn't say that, and that wasn't read on the contract, or it wasn't
Hmm.
legible on the contract.
Yeah.
But
Uncircled and highlighted.
if you have to put that in there, if you do what you're supposed to do, then that's another conversation you need to have. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, because that means that you can't keep. I guess in a way that means you can't communicate. Because my thing is this: I would rather us break up before I cheat,
Yeah. I feel like at the
or
very least,
have a conversation about what can be done.
yeah, or better yet, have a clause where you're going to reevaluate this every 3 to 6 months.
Mm,
You
yeah.
know, because I just remember in a previous relationship, it was potentially going to start out open. And
Hmm.
my whole thing was, well, damn, can we at least start out close? Like,
Oh yeah. I,
yeah, I'm
I,
like, can we at least map out our space?
right. Thank you. And I remember when I tried a poly relationship, right?
Mhm,
And not even, I don't think it was even, it may have been a month into our relationship,
mhm.
he wanted to bring somebody else in, and I'm just like, wait, we still figuring this out. Can you put the brakes a little bit, bro?
Yeah,
We still trying to figure us out. How we,
yeah, we haven't exhausted the catalog yet.
we haven't. And I'm just like, and that goes, I went with it, but I'm at the same time, I was just like, can we slow pump the brakes? And then every time I turn around, he wants to bring somebody else. When that person didn't work out, it was somebody. And I'm like, okay, are you just doing this to put a band-aid over your monogamy issues because you were cheated on and you never really got over it? You never went to therapy about it? Is this just what this is?
Take your pick. Probably all the above. I mean, and that's the thing. I'm always like, I I'd rather you be honest with me than spare my feelings, so to
Mm-hmm.
speak.
Yeah.
Particularly when it comes to something like that with either my heart or my health. Don't
Mm-hmm.
don't play with those. Don't make decisions of that nature with those.
Mm-hmm.
Because those are fighting words.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you get out of pocket with that, it could get ugly.
Very
And
much.
so yeah, I mean, and it's like that's when you might meet that other side. Uh, you know, it's like Mr. Hyde might come on out. So, and it's just like I've never understood. I mean, I guess it's interesting because people just like I didn't have the heart to tell you. I was like, but you had the heart to
Right to
cheat.
go right, but you had the heart to go stick your dick down someone else's throat and get gonorrhea though.
Oh, well, damn. See, that's the thing. Don't play with my heart or my health. See, you bringing shit home that we did not agree on. I'm like, at least if we have the discussion, I know.
And for
And
and
then
also and a fun fact for those of you who don't think you can't get gonorrhea or syphilis from someone's throat, you
from head, yeah,
can.
you
You
can.
can. Any place that has like a mucus and a membrane, yes, you can. Okay.
And we are one big walking mucus membrane.
Mm-hmm.
Everything internal damn near is a mucus membrane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, yeah, I mean, I know I had to tell one ex, I was like, because like he was getting real careless with stuff, and I had to drag it out of him that he really kind of wanted the hall pass, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
is it really the hall pass, or do you just want to fuck other people? Period. And he's just sitting there like, well, and I'm like, answer the question.
Right.
I'm like, really? I was like, because if I'm sitting here and I'm under the impression we're in a monogamous relationship, and we negotiate this thing where we're having unprotected sex, and we're testing, and because we're monogamous, and then you give me some shit, they might not find you.
Mm. That is grounds for, me to go get that duct tape, a trash bag, a hacksaw,
Yeah, some
or
limestone.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just like they may not find you.
Right.
You know, or if I don't like your mama, I might send a precious part of you back to her ass.
See, me and you, I consider that part too.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Now, if your mama is salt of the earth, I wouldn't dare do your mama like that. But if your mama a bitch, oh yeah. I was like, your son earned you this.
Mm-hmm. He really did.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and dare you to say something like, bitch, I didn't do that. Prove it, ho. Prove it. You
Like
know?
he sent my son back to me. Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah, but like, I
I
got
did.
some Pookies and Ray Rays in my life too. We
Mm-hmm.
we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah, that's something like, just be honest.
Right.
I mean, it's yeah. So I guess going back to the original question,
Sorry, y'all. We got off topic. Sorry.
this is how we could never do anything in 15 minutes. I do feel like you do have to have some degree of emotional security, I would say, in a domination submission
Yes.
scene, if you want to call it that, or relationship, because there's gonna be stuff that goes off script, and you have to have that. You have to be secure enough in yourself to not take that shit the wrong way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah, it's just like, if you're doing role play, and and all of a sudden, you get called out your name, um you know
Mm-hmm.
uh because I know, oh god, we have like 11 comments. Goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, we are behind on those. But like, I was with somebody, and he like called, what did he call me? Like, we was in the middle of some shit. It got wild. I think he's like, yeah, you bitch. And he was like, oh, and I was just like, it was within the scene. I'm cool.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, now say that shit when we done, we got a problem.
That part.
But in the midst of it, it fits the scene, go on with it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, we can take that moment out to discuss that real quick. Now, get back to work.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was just like, and I was just, and I guess really, I don't know, I guess he thought I was going to be deeply offended and just be like, oh, I'm putting my shit on and getting out, it's like, no, we good. I was like, that was part of the scene, so we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Lord, Okay, see the chat then got crazy. We I didn't have a comment window open, so I didn't know what y'all was in here talking about.
I did. Riding like a 50 cent Kmart horse. What? Really, Nate?
I remember when that horse used to be a dime, if not a
Mm-hmm.
quarter. Like, how old are you, Mr. James? I'm like, see, I
Mm,
might have 10 years on you at least.
at
Okay.
least.
Oh Lord.
Mm.
Who is this? Is this
When you
Randy?
when you travel the Hershey Highway, it gets a little breezy sometimes.
It
Randy.
does.
R- eh, Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. Oh, Randy, no.
They say burping is a form of flattery. So
We are way behind on the jokes, y'all. Sorry. I had the video panel open, so I didn't even I happened to look, I was like, oh God, we have 11 comments.
Mr.
Uh
Nate said he's 54.
usually okay, well no, then you're older than me. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Well, you're not that much older. I'll be 54 in a couple of months. So okay.
Hopefully, the highway doesn't lead to the Oregon Trail.
They would call that a fistula. You
Mhm.
know, but okay. Let's see here. What is this? Oh, that was Sammy with the Oregon Trail.
Yeah.
Takes. Oh, 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 wait. Okay, wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Okay. Come up.
Cum burps. Mm.
Well, that's a little different.
Yeah, it's a little different.
That's a little different. If
Hmm.
that's flying up out of there, then damn it, you just got to accept whatever that happens.
And
You
Randy's
didn't.
like, mhm. Yeah. And then Randy said, "Oh, I swear, you my motherfucking spirit animal, Sammy. Hey, he's
It's
my
okay. He's all
look.
of our spirit animal.
Yeah, he is. He is. Will you make cum bubbles with the burps?
If
um,
enough is done, yes.
takes bow. What can I say? Hey, there is nothing wrong with embracing your fetishes. If you have a cum fetish like me,
That's it.
it's okay. Just get to it. Yeah.
Did you
Um.
say like me?
Yes, like me.
Okay. All right.
Hmm. They are too damn expensive. I thought of trying, but not at that price. What are you talking about?
Well,
Uh,
I'm trying to remember what we talked about without
what
a
it was
price tag.
expensive. Okay.
Probably the gummies.
The gummies. Oh yeah, the gummies. Okay.
Probably the
How
gummies.
much are they?
Probably more
Um.
than they need to be.
Let me put it in the atmosphere on here. Tuesday is my birthday. I don't know if Swag will be doing his live. Hell, I don't know if I'll be around. I'm trying to be trying to be driving a horse carriage myself. Sammy, yes. Birthday shenanigans are encouraged, enthused. So if you can go out there and find you a nice horse-drawn carriage to ride on, or them ride on you, go do it. Enjoy yourself.
They're
It's your
called
birthday.
Pouquie Clean, and
Mm-hmm.
they are pre probiotic fiber gummies. They are $39.99 for a
And
bag.
and how many is in the bag?
Let me see.
Or how big is the
Um,
bag?
the bag is, well, today it's on sale for $29.99. Of course, you
Mm-hmm.
get a discount if you buy in bulk. Um, how big is that? Hold on, let me see. I'm clicking through the pictures so I can see what the oh, they even have a welcome kit. Lord.
Oop, not a welcome kit.
Um, okay, so it has here you can enjoy two gummies together at any time of day, and then you
Mm-hmm.
can take them with a regular size of 8-ounce glass of water. You
Okay.
can make it a daily habit to see clean, consistent results.
Mhm.
I'm not seeing how many are in a bag though. Um, I'm still clicking through. Oh,
Okay.
they got different flavors. They got juicy peach, mixed berry, watermelon, and sour cherry.
Ah. Okay.
It looks like still not saying how many are in a bag. Oh, here we go. There are there are 96 gummies in a bag.
Okay.
Yeah, so a serving size is two gummies and it's 48 Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 48 gummies per container, so it's only um Lord 24. I think the jack just started to try to kick in.
Mm.
Um yeah, so you only got, so if you're doing two, well, you do two to start, then it's one a day.
Ah.
But yeah, it looks like they're only 44, 48 gummies. So you're basically looking at about a little under $1 per,
Hmm.
um, you know, but
Okay.
yeah, that might be a little steep. You can just, eat you eat you plenty of salad. Should be all right.
Oh yeah.
Or better yet, a cheaper method, soak you some flaxseed in some water and lemon juice in the
Yeah.
morning.
And also there's probiotic yogurt out there. There's probiotic
Mhm.
supplements that are
Yep.
cheaper. I have ashwagandha, shilajit gummies,
Mhm.
which are good too, and they have a good they're good for your digestion as well. So hey, there's other
Um,
alternatives. I think they're just
yeah.
trying to give you like what's most common, like probiotics.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's probiotics are always a good thing. But
Well, and also the thing is, they're trying to make it easy.
yeah,
You're going to pay for it to be easier.
yeah,
You know, because I know I was actually for a while I was doing just 'cause my doctor was like, "You need more fiber," so I
hmm,
would do the flaxseed in some warm water.
mm-hmm,
Um, and if you want to clear out your sinuses as well, or just
hmm,
clear out, you can add that lemon juice in there.
okay,
Um, yeah, and that'll get you going quite right in the morning. Clear out your sinuses, and the next day it might clear out some other places.
mm-hmm. I know. Right now, one of my Onyx brothers is taking some kind of tea that is making him go. And people keep saying, "No, just don't make no plans. Just be near the
Yeah.
toilet." And
Hmm.
I'm like, "What kind of tea?" I have to find it and show a picture next week, or but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's a
like, "What kind of?"
detox.
I'm like, "Yeah, it's a detox tea, yeah." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"Wow." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's always yeah. I mean, I guess in a pinch, that
Mm-hmm.
could definitely help.
Oh yeah.
Um, but they're also saying that these gummies are far superior to Metamucil, as well as what was the other item? Fiber pills.
Mm.
Um, yeah, it's actually about 40% more fiber in each serving. So,
Oh, okay.
and it also has the yeah, it's a lot of prebiotic fiber, and then also it actually has a billion units of probiotics in each serving. So,
Yeah, probiotics are good. Yes, if you have issues like intestinal issues or stomach issues, yeah, probiotics are a nice way to get you back regulated too. So.
mhm. Yeah, so yeah, I definitely, but for those of you that like to cut down on one's preparation time,
Mm-hmm.
fiber really is a good friend of yours.
Yes, it is, and I don't know why more of us don't believe that fiber is good for us when it actually is,
Yeah,
and it's
especially
so
if you like.
helpful.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a person that likes fruit,
Mm-hmm.
you can get a good amount of fiber in fruit, and then just eat like a green salad at some point that day, for a
Mm-hmm.
meal. Like ideally, probably dinner would be the best one because it's lighter,
Mm-hmm.
so you can sleep better. But yeah, but let's see here. Let me put it in the atmosphere on here. Tuesday is my birthday. I don't know if Swag will be doing his live. Hell, I don't know if I'll be around. I'm trying to be driving a horse carriage myself.
Mm.
Well, what you do is that night, Sammy, when you go out, you put you a red handkerchief in your left back pocket.
Mm.
You'll find some horses to drive.
Yes, yes, you will.
It'll
They
be
will
chariot
be.
the fire up in there.
They will be down for the cause. They be like, oh,
You'll be
you
like,
appetizing, huh? Okay.
yeah, it'd be like, are your skills up to par?
Wait, did you say red or
I said red.
okay? All right. As long as you didn't say brown, we're good.
No, no, I don't think Sammy down with that.
Nah,
No,
nah.
yeah. Lord, and then Sammy struck again, giving him some cum burps and making booty bubbles. All right now. As long as you understand the assignment, my good man. As long as you
Right.
understand the assignment.
Right.
And of course, Mr. James is 54. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have 10 years on you. You have anywhere up to 10 months on me. So there we have
Mm-hmm.
it. But yeah. So I don't know. But yeah, so I guess I will we agree that it can be difficult for domination submission to exist without emotional security,
Mm-hmm.
if not impossible.
Right.
Unless you just want like that toxic trick, then
Hmm.
yeah. Okay. So what does real trust feel like in this realm?
And I have I- trust feels safe
Mhm.
in because in a kink, but and especially in a kink space, you should feel safe.
Yeah.
You should be with someone who's gonna make you feel safe, and they're going to make sure that you are, and not try to do anything damaging to you.
Mhm. Or to transgress any boundaries for that matter.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I think I mean, definitely for me, trust, obviously it's built over time, but at least you can give some semblance of it if you're looking at this kind of a scene where you actually negotiate up front. Like what is it that what's your expectation here? What do you like to do? What don't you like to do? You
Mm-hmm.
know, how do what's your experience with this? Have you ever had any adverse reactions? Anything I should know about? Anything I should be aware of?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's not supposed to be. I would imagine in this type of situation, it's really supposed to be about the fun of being in control and
Mm-hmm.
the fun, if not sheer exhilaration of surrendering control,
Mm-hmm.
and being submissive. I would think that should be most important,
Mm-hmm.
whichever way it goes. Because I mean, there are people that really, like I was talking to someone in Vegas, and I was basically saying, I was like, I've been exploring this idea of am I a submissive?
Mm.
And I've not really had to really interrogate it, but I would say I'm definitely more on that side because I make decisions and I'm in control of shit every day, all day. I don't want to be in control of every damn thing. You take, you run this.
Right.
It's like, what kind of experience we trying to have here? Okay. Now, once I've established a certain amount of trust and that, you ain't gonna kill me, or maim me, then we good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to submit to whatever it is within reason. But that's why I think that trust, I mean, I think, the idea of real trust is something that is developed over time and with familiarity, um, and with shared experience. I do think that when you're early on in a relationship that might have some of these elements to it, you are kind of putting your safety and well-being in someone else's hands, and you have to believe that they at least have your best interests at heart, or do not want to get their ass kicked or end up in prison.
Yeah.
you know and then you kind of go from there over time. So that to me is kind of like that real trust,
Mm-hmm.
is just that familiarity building.
Yes.
um and even like if something does happen where you may be injured in some way, you know that wasn't intentional, it just, if you do have that familiarity and you've had this track record of everything being okay and it being a good time, then I think you're able to kind of, it's not like it didn't happen, but you're able to kind of, to really understand this wasn't intentional, this shit can be hazardous to one's well-being. It happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not gonna get up, you know, ready to fight.
Hmm.
But I think it depends though.
Yeah. Oh, it
Yeah.
definitely depends. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like if, but I also feel like if I'm with somebody that is just a little crazy, they can't be trusted.
Mm-mm.
It's just like you really have to be like, nah, I knew in my good mind,
Mm-hmm.
I should have done this.
Nope.
Yeah. So it's like in that situation, you're just like, it's like they did it, but you know, there's also if there's even an inkling in you that this might not be a good idea, then you have to kind of trust your gut on that.
Oh,
Because I think
definitely.
that's the other part of trust as well, trusting yourself.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there have been some relationships I've gotten into. I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking. And I was like, I knew not to do this from the word go, but I did it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Because of this or that. He was real tall, had them shoulders. I was like, oh shit, it's gonna be fun. You know, and it was fun, but the motherfucker was crazy. So it's like
Mm-hmm.
it was
Like they
like
say, just cause
eventually
just cause it looked good don't mean it is good.
that's it. Just because it's in a white dress don't mean it's clean, as my grandmother likes to say. You know. And so I'm like, yeah, sometimes the best things could be in a black cloak, you know, nice and twisted in all the good ways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So our next question was, what does someone have to earn before you surrender any control?
Okay, well, before we go that, let's do
Oh,
another video.
we got a
It's a
comment.
short
Oh,
one,
we do.
but it's
Okay.
yeah, it's hilarious though.
Oh, is this video? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, good job. No, but that's a giraffe.
Oh, I've seen this one.
Daddy.
but
I
daddy
just
is
saw that
fine.
one last week. I hollered.
Yes. But that
It's,
but daddy is fine though.
yeah,
We
Daddy had to
understand
sit back down.
why. Yeah, daddy is fine, but that was still hilarious. I think he's like, daddy. And dad looking at him like, what?
That's like them damn newscasters that had the sketches of the
Mm-hmm.
missing dads, the little girls
Mm-hmm.
drew, or the like. Here's the suspect, and it's like here's a picture, and the newscaster just sitting there
Yep.
like, and then you
Yeah,
show
like
the guy, and be like, damn, that really was him.
mm-hmm.
Be like, she wasn't that far off.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Yeah, but yeah, Daddy was definitely that was a lot of man.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
Daddy would get a little more grace than he probably, you know,
Mm. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like he might overrule some of the common sense for a moment. Like, I was going to let this shit slide,
Mm-hmm.
and I took my gamble that you wasn't gonna cross it, but you crossed it. Damn it,
Hmm.
gotta go. You know,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the allowances we make,
Oh yeah.
Oh
The
yeah,
things that we will let slide, and then the things that
Mhm.
we gotta be like, nope, 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 not this time. Can't let you
Okay,
slide with that one.
and they do try. They do
They
try.
do.
Okay. So going back to our last well, not the last question here, but what does someone have to earn before you
Yeah.
surrender any control?
Um, I would say, they have to earn your trust.
Yeah.
Trust has to be earned.
Well, I guess what would that look like? Either for
Um,
you or in a standard DS setting. What would that look like?
um, well, trust. I mean, normally, how was trust earned is the real question. I mean, for you or for anybody, but of course, it's communication. Of course, it's being a person of your word, showing up. Listening to your sub or the dom,
Mhm.
because the dom has to have trust with you too. Um, it just depends on the individual. To be honest, like what does it take to earn your trust?
I think there's definitely, I would say, because the question is really a little squishy. I,
Mm-hmm.
I would say they have to earn just a basic level of comfort to start.
Yep.
You know, just this idea when you're talking about domination and submission, particularly depending on, what other kinks and fetishes are wrapped up into that, some things can get hazardous. It's like, if you're going to tie me to a cross and
Mm.
flog me,
Mm-hmm.
I need to know that you're not crazy.
Right. All that.
That you're going to actually remember the safe word and respect it.
Mm-hmm.
That you're not going to, yeah, just kind of, get out of pocket. And I guess for me, that might look like, obviously over time, learning a person and understanding how they are, getting past the representative,
Mm-hmm.
because that's always fun,
Oh yeah.
because that motherfucker can hang out for a couple of years. Before he finally just, he goes to fart and belching at nauseam. But yeah, and I mean, I think also, yeah, because I guess really, because the other thing we would be doing in this was looking at how does this negotiation with BDSM compare to negotiation and non-BDSM relationships.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like it should be they should be on par. I feel like a lot of folks they really just kind of have their assumptions and hope the shit works out
Mm-hmm.
the way that they like, but think I don't think they do the homework that they need to sometimes.
They don't. And you have to do your homework on the person. Like you have to ask them questions like what is your mental health like? Do you have any triggers?
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything I need to be aware of? Is if I do this, are you going to flip out on me?
Mm-hmm.
Or are you comfortable with doing this? I mean, and if you're not, and if it's going to be something that's going to be detrimental to what we're doing going forward, can I get the backstory on
Mm-hmm.
what it is? You know.
Yeah, because I think for me, and it's actually been the case whether it's in a BDSM setting or just a regular. I won't say regular because it's such a loaded, but just in your garden variety sexual scene or
Mm-hmm.
coupling, I really enjoy seeing people in their happy place and their bliss. So sometimes I find that even that's a bit of submission
Mm-hmm.
is for you to kind of let them, you establish parameters and boundaries and then you let them enjoy themselves.
Mm-hmm.
I actually get a real kick out of witnessing that,
Hmm.
where somebody's like really in their zone with it. And um because for me, it's just like, yeah, it's supposed to be pleasurable, it's supposed to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as long as what you're trying to do is within the realm of possibility, or I at least am willing to trust that you're not going to you're not going to take liberties or hurt me in some way, then
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what you want to do? It's like I know what I need, and if I'm not getting it, I will tell you.
Yeah.
I'll be like, yeah, I have seeded a lot of this to you, and you ain't hit the spot. So let me tell you what needs to happen at this point.
Hmm.
And I've done that.
Mm-hmm.
Where I've been like, yeah, this was, and they were like, oh, that baby, that was hot. I was like, was it? Because it was lukewarm for me.
Oh, it was ice
Now,
cold.
yeah, I was like, now I appreciate the energy you put in
And the
and this
effort.
and that. However,
Mm-hmm.
you missed some key items on my checklist, and
Mm-hmm.
we can either run that back or I catch you next time, but
Yeah.
don't come up short again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, and I think even that, I almost feel like for you to actually submit, you really do you have to know yourself well enough to know what the hell do you want,
Mm-hmm.
what do you need.
Right.
Um, but I think also to be a dom, you really need to understand that as well.
Yeah.
Like, what are you bringing, and why should this person trust you
Mm-hmm. All of that.
if you don't trust you?
All of that.
Yeah, it's and I mean, you hate to be transactional about it, but it is very much that. It's just like, what you doing for me?
Mm-hmm.
Ultimately, it all comes back to that. Like, what are you doing for me?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've even seen folks in master slave dynamics where the slave is, even though they have given up complete control, it might be a 24/7 arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
There are still things that their master better know about, and boxes they better check.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that slave looking at them like, I'm disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Now you might, as the master, get a little salty about that shit. Maybe you want to cut their ass loose, but it's like, but you should want to make sure that someone that's giving so much to you that you're giving equally back to them.
Yeah.
But that's that whole pouring in thing. I don't know. Maybe it's me.
No, you're exactly right though.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
if we're gonna be doing this, then we need to make sure we're both getting what we need from each other out of the situation.
Yes. It's like, I'm gonna need you to stroke on this for a while. I'm gonna need you to do this. And I need you to slap that till it's red. It's like whatever
Mm-hmm.
it might be.
Like
Uh,
I didn't tell you to stop.
yeah, be
Keep.
like, I said, oh, whatever, but I didn't, that didn't mean
I'm
stop,
good.
baby.
Yeah. I didn't say stop. You can keep going. But
Yeah,
you're making. But the sound you made, that's a good sound. That's a good sound.
yeah, be like, that meant you're doing a really good job.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. Keep going.
I so thoroughly appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna make you a sandwich when this is over.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
Sandwich and a soda. Yes.
well, hell, I've gotten up and fried some catfish on more than one occasion.
Mm.
And I did some swordfish one night. What's with me and fish after sex? Goodness.
Well, so
Yeah,
certain fish are aphrodisiacs.
aphrodisiac. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't eat oysters, so I ain't keeping that shit in my house. Um, but it's like, yeah, but it's just like, that was some good shit. Let me feed you because I know you hungry after.
You put in
You know,
work.
yeah.
That's
Let me
when
just
you put in that work. That's when.
yeah, let me get you a Gatorade cordial right now. You'll be all right. Let me get you some, you want some Pedialyte or some Gatorade? What you want? I got both of them. It's like, I'm gonna put your electrolytes back in place.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, yeah. So okay. So final question of the segment is, why do we negotiate scenes more carefully than we negotiate marriages, friendships, or dating?
Well, I think the reason why we negotiate scenes more carefully than any of those other things is one, it's happening right. It's happening. Well, possibly happening right then and there. So it's depending on how y'all feeling that evening. It's either going to be right now or it's going to be later on. Either way, it's happening. Okay.
Mhm.
Also, if we don't negotiate, we can't tell each other. We don't know what we're getting ourselves into or what the other person's going to like. Also, this could potentially be dangerous or harm one or both of us.
Mhm.
And that is the main thing that we want to negotiate this because we want everybody to walk away safe and unscarred. You know.
Yeah.
Also, I think yeah, I think that's pretty much all the reasons I have. I can't think of another one. What you got to answer?
Well,
Anything else different?
I was thinking about it in terms of like, even in response to what you were listing off,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, yeah, I guess there is, in terms of the danger, there is an acute danger there that could be in play very, very
Mm-hmm.
suddenly. But it's like, I would also think that risking the emotional scars of just a bad relationship,
Mm-hmm.
that can be even more long lasting, more devastating. And yet we're not as eager, to protect our hearts or our minds in that way.
Mm.
It's just like this idea of dating someone you shouldn't, or it's like, I know this man got 3 babies by 6 baby mamas, but he fine and I can change him. It's like, really, girl?
See, hold on. Okay, no, I'm not going to do. I'm gonna spend about maybe 2 minutes on this
I'm
topic.
not gonna name names, but go ahead.
But y'all need to stop with. And I know people say it for jokes, but if
Mhm.
you're really seriously thinking that you're going to change somebody, stop that. Stop setting yourself up for failure. Stop with the delusion. I saw a video. I think I mentioned this on either this show or on Swag Show, but I saw a video of a lady. Oh no, it was a
Mhm.
guy. He was at the drive-through window, right?
Mhm.
Now he told the girl. He told his lady before they committed to each other. He says, "I spend my money on myself, and I spend my money on you, and only you. I'm not spending any money on your children."
Oh,
And
okay.
he was at a drive-through. I think it was at McDonald's or something. And he was ordering him some food, and he was on the phone asking her what she wanted. And she's like, "Well, why don't you get something for the kids too?" Why don't you get something for the kids too? Like, can you? He said the only way I am getting something for the kids is if you cash out me some money for the kids. Other than that, I'm only spending my money on you and me.
Hmm.
He said
That's
if
fair.
you if you want your children to have something to eat, call their daddies.
Hmm.
Now, if one of them was mine, yes, I would take care of it. But those are not my kids. I told you before we got together, my
You
money is
did
spent
too.
on me and you only. I am not spending money on your children, on your kids. And I put the comment, see, she one of them that thought they could change that she thought she had that magical wop that was gonna have him so out there that he was gonna change his mind. She had that she thought she had that I'ma change him wop.
Hmm.
Nah. Mm-mm.
Well, and I keep seeing there's a sister on YouTube. I think her name is Neek Neek or something like that, but she does these stitches
Mm-hmm.
of women that are just really ungrateful.
Mm,
It's like he bought her
yeah.
a car and she mad because it's the wrong kind of car. Or he
Mm-mm.
bought her a
See.
house and she mad because it's the wrong style of house. Or she got 4 kids at home and he brought food for his child.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, I do think there is something you might have a little wiggle room, but even then, you need to be on top of all your baby daddies to make sure that all of your kids are taken care of. Because
Right.
I do think that, expecting this man to take care of your other 3 or 4 kids
Mm-hmm.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because he's the only one that actually answered the phone and showed up with food for his child.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. And we still keep seeing that trope pop up. I'm sure sometimes it's a skit, but it's happening out there as well. I'm
Yeah.
sure.
It really yeah.
It's not like it came out of nowhere. But I
Mm-mm.
worry about that child because it kind of breeds some degree of resentment amongst their siblings.
Yeah.
Even if that child has done nothing to deserve it, their
Mm-hmm.
siblings are going to resent them because their father ain't shit and is treating
Mm-hmm.
them like they ain't shit. But yeah, when somebody tells you who they are, as the
Saying
inimitable
goes, believe
Ash would
them.
say, that believe their ass
Mm-hmm.
because they don't have to tell you;
Mm-mm.
they can just let you figure it out the
Yeah.
hard way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Luckily, I've not. Well, I've dated a few gentlemen with children, but they've not been my responsibility.
Okay.
It's been like, no, you the daddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm stepdaddy if we get that far.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yes, I didn't have a situation where I have this person that's trying to pimp me to take care of the other kids.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would certainly, if I were one of those ladies, I would appreciate a man being honest with me about that and saying, look, if you and I have a child and we don't work out, I'm there for the child. I'm there for you in as much as you need to be there for our child,
Mm-hmm.
not for your other kids,
Right.
our child. I didn't take on that responsibility, especially if you've had these other children since me.
Mhm.
It's like,
Right.
now if these kids were there before and and I was maybe dad to them on some level,
Mhm.
okay. But even then, it's still just because I'm here doesn't mean you get to let their father off the hook.
Right.
It's just I don't know. It's such a fucking mess.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's a mess. I
But
mean, and that's the thing where it's like, and I don't know if it's the idea, if it's the immediacy going back to the question of the scenes versus these other kind of relationships. I mean, I think we're definitely much more aware of the potential for acute in the moment pain versus 2-3 years down the road, 15-20 years down the road pain.
yeah.
It's not as urgent.
Mm-mm.
And I think it's just, it's like this. I always think about it as the pain of sacrifice versus the pain of regret. It's like one of them can be a conscious decision in the moment. The other is involuntary, and it could last for a lifetime.
That is true.
See, Sammy, we're gonna pray for you, Sammy.
I feel like I'm almost on the wrong side of the island when everybody's over there chilling. See, y'all making sandwiches for tricks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when they don't leave, you alone. Don't say nothing. And then we got this one here. I was fucking a married guy. Your life is so adventurous, Sammy.
Always.
That when we finally hooked up at his place, he gave me a tour of his kids' room, which was awkward. Then I fucked him in his wife's bed. No.
Sammy, that's disrespectful.
Sammy,
the nutting on the walls is disrespectful.
Right.
Now, if he gonna pull back the sheets in his wife's bed, then damn it, that's what it is.
Right, but a tour of the house was not necessary either. I would have been like,
I don't need to see your kids.
I don't care. Look. Oh, so I was thinking about this earlier too.
Mm-hmm.
No, I had this question the other day, right?
Okay.
Now people say that they don't want nobody to be a home wrecker. You shouldn't break up a happy home. But what happens when one person is stepping out? Is it still a happy home? or is it or are you like or this or is it was it and then the question someone once asked this question, well, how happy is the home for me not to go over there and break
it? Or at least for either it's unhappy or it's dishonest.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean, if like my policy has typically been, if you have a spouse, I'm not messing with it. Now, I've actually evolved to a point now where it's like, if you have a spouse and it's understood that there's an arrangement there, and it's not just you telling me there's an arrangement, like there's a legitimate arrangement that's obvious or that's been confirmed, that's different. I'm like, if I want to do it, then I'll do it. But if you have a wife at home, I'm like, you can deal with that.
Yeah.
So I don't want to be because I'm like, I love Black women too much for that.
Right. And on top of that, and some of y'all just was ain't no ass like some guy that's married, and I'm like, why do y'all feel like y'all is it a kink thing? Is it a rush thing for y'all to be with somebody that's married to a woman? Yeah. Or somebody on the DL, and I just be like, what is it for y'all? And then I did make one post. I said, okay, so y'all out here messing around with married guys. Okay, cool. But don't be mad when you get a relationship and your partner cheats on you with somebody else. Don't get mad.
Yeah, the karma is deadly. I mean, I was asked, I was talking to a friend earlier this week about, polyamory and open marriages and where am I with that? Because we have those conversations from time to time. I was like, yeah, I'm evolving. I've not done a polyamorous relationship. I would be open to it. I don't know if I could pull it off, but I
Mhm.
would at least be open to it if I'm interested in the person.
But Sammy,
Uh,
Sammy, you could say no.
yeah,
You can say
he
no,
could,
Sammy.
but we know he ain't gonna say
but
no.
I know you ain't. But you could say no.
If Sammy ain't gonna say no, Sammy like, look, you grown,
Mm-hmm.
so those are your decisions. I didn't marry you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you want love though?
Huh?
Sammy said, I don't ever expect to find love. So another reason why I don't give a fuck. But do you
Oh,
ever expect to find love, Sammy?
yeah. Are you expected to? Do you want to find love, Sammy, or have you just come to the conclusion that you're not gonna get it, and so you just decide to just fuck your way through life?
Yeah, because I know you
Hey,
did say
Ty, what's
earlier
going
you
on?
like to leave your presence somehow, which was why you
Mm-hmm.
nutting on the walls and things. Marking that territory. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
It's still disrespectful because that's her house.
Yeah.
But okay, I understand. He
Yeah.
invited you in. Because you're actually in upstate New York, I think. So
Yeah. He
it's
said not where I live. I don't even plan to.
yeah.
I don't ever plan on moving. Yeah.
Oh
Mm-hmm.
no, you don't.
Okay.
Okay, well that's sad, Sammy.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay,
Okay,
y'all. Well, we're gonna
we
play
might
out
be.
our last video of the evening, and now I want y'all to just listen
Well, we'll
to
play a
what.
couple. We got like 8 minutes before the hour, so
Okay, but
yeah.
this one here is just listen to what is going on.
Okay,
We're gonna
I don't
open
know
the
if I'm
Snickers
ready.
here. We're gonna see a problem. You see these veins on the top? I do not touch Snickers bars with veins. Ever since I've been a born again Christian, I tried them veins side up, veins on the tongue, and
Hell,
it just doesn't work. So I came up with this 3D printed Snickers deveiner, and I'm gonna give it a shot. I've never tried it
oh,
out, so first time trying it.
Yo.
make no damn
This is why
sense.
Grindr is always crashing when Republicans get together. In all my years on this earth,
He
I
is
have
too
never
upset.
made that connection. And I am
I,
a female where males are my mate of choice. Even I have never made that connection before. Ever since he was a born again Christian,
okay, so
that
you had to
basically
be
tells
born
you
again to
everything you need to
realize
know.
that the dick was
Like,
veiny.
dude, just come out. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, that's protestable.
Honestly, the only one hating on you is you. Like, just come out. And this really does go to show why everything that they do is surrounded by what happens in the bedroom. Like, they think about it constantly. They are obsessed with it to the point where even their Snickers bars look like it.
Exactly. Is he ex-gay?
The
That's what I'm
veins
thinking.
of the Snickers bar, the veins. There's nothing in it. It's literally just the swirlies of chocolate at the top. It's art. Like, what? Veins? That's what you saw?
That's what he saw.
And those were melted, so they didn't even like give the real look. But that was even too much for him. Like, bro, just come out. Like, we all know. We all know. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Trust me. Everybody around you knows already. You're not hiding anything. You're not hiding anything. You came up with a whole contraption so that you can eat a Snickers bar because you can't stop thinking about the male genitalia.
Okay.
Bro, just come out.
Thank
Happy
you.
Pride. I
It's
don't care
okay.
how Christian you try to make yourself, which, again, Christians like this are diabolical because they will completely skip past that whole "thou shalt not kill" thing and love their guns, but misinterpret the story of Sodom and Gomorrah and be like, no, when it comes to pride. Like, it reads you didn't read your Bible. Like, it reads you don't actually know your religion. It reads you guys just like being told what to think instead of actually like studying to show yourself approved like it says you're supposed to do. I digress, but like, dude, just come out. Just come out. Everybody knows.
Yeah.
Happy Pride.
It reads. Wow.
Type said, "What foolishness is this?" He said, "Embarrassing."
I mean,
And
I
Sam,
really
Sammy said, for the fact he still sees that as a dick, that's really no. He's still not that saved.
He ain't that same. And he's also, yeah, he claiming he's born. I was like, he ex-gay child. He got the X about it.
Born. That means that's another way of saying he's no longer, he's not gay anymore. He don't like men's no more. He's saved. He likes women. Yeah,
And
he's
was that a
He's
white man,
deliberate.
too?
Huh?
Was that a white man?
He was a white man.
Okay, yeah. So again, you look at a Snickers bar and you automatically think of black dick. Child, please. We know what that's about.
You have a Mandingo fantasy. Yeah, we know. It's a Mandingo fantasy.
We know that Raheem used to have that ass up against the wall in the alley.
And then then Tyshawn come in and work that throat. We know.
Yeah, and shoot a little nut up your nose, and you might like you almost aspirated, but you survived.
Yeah.
That's why you tried to get saved, because
right. And then afterwards, he probably goes in the closet and prays for forgiveness that he gave into his sinful, feelings in ways it Reese Fest is about. Yeah, he does about BBC. Yeah.
Yeah, not only that, but it also reads that he does slide into the closet, and there's like a stool in there with a dildo attached to it, and he just has a seat,
Yeah.
and just communes with his thoughts. That's what it reads as.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you. I'm just saying. Own that shit. Own it. Own it.
Right.
Own it. Okay. I got one here.
Okay.
This is one I found today.
Oh wow. Okay. All right then. Oh.
I hollered. I said, "Oh, okay." It's nice to know there's still some gentlemen out there in the world. They're still out there. It's good to know. And then we got okay, let me see. Here's another one. Well, indeed. Are you a member of the Mile High Club?
Not yet.
Okay, me neither. I'm intrigued by the possibility. I suspect that at some point I will be, but they were real brazen stepping out in front of folks like that.
Because
especially with they shit unbuttoned.
Yeah, but, it's AI though. But
it's AI, but yeah. But I was like, damn, they were just,
Sim said, Reese, he wants a Mandingo gang bang, and he's the Bukkake.
He is. He is the bountiful Bukkake.
Can I just say, lately I've been watching Turkish hummus and oh my dear Lord. Okay.
Yeah, that's worthy of it, my dear Lord, because them some thick brothers up in that hamam. Yes. Okay. Well, in our last minute, do we have any thoughts to share?
No, not at this time. I gotta go.
Yeah, I need to put some food in me before I fall out this chair. I think that's why that whiskey hit a little harder than it was supposed to. Okay, well, we will see y'all next week. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yeah, we'll be back on next Friday.
Yeah.
Looking crazy.
All right, everybody.
All right, have a good one. Y'all. Be good. Peace and love.